What's up, legends? Get ready to dive headfirst into the absolute latest and greatest in the gaming universe because the news cycle is absolutely exploding, and you're getting the unfiltered, high-octane updates right here, right now. We're talking seismic shifts, game-changing strategies, and insights that could redefine your entire meta. Don't blink, because if you miss this, you're missing out on the pulse of everything that matters. First up, a legendary team is facing a massive shakeup, and the fallout is already being felt. We'll break down exactly what this means for the competition and for the players involved. Then, we're pulling back the curtain on the health of an entire competitive ecosystem. Are the foundations crumbling, or is it just a tough season? We've got the hard data that everyone's talking about. Next, we're hitting the virtual lanes to talk about who's dominating the bot lane right now. Who's climbing the ranks and who's falling behind? We've got the definitive tier list that's going to settle all your debates. And finally, get ready for a massive announcement from a company that's known for its epic titles. They're stepping onto a brand new stage, and it's going to be huge. You do not want to miss any of this. Hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and let's get into it. A legendary team faces a steep uphill battle. Natus Vincere, a name synonymous with competitive drive, is officially out of the League of Legends EMEA Championship, LEC, for the remainder of the 2025 season. After a mere 4 series, this Ukrainian powerhouse finds itself back at the drawing board, setting sights on a stronger resurgence next year. To truly understand the gravity of this challenging season and Adam Monin's personal transition from Rogue to NAVI, he sat down for an in-depth discussion. He reflected on his year, the profound mental toll it took, his future prospects within the LEC, and the significant personal growth he experienced amidst the trials. Adam candidly shared the emotional impact of the team's elimination, noting that while they tried to maintain morale, the reality of their situation became overwhelming after a single crucial mistake in their games. He described a feeling of PTSD from the split returning, leading to a complete snowball effect that shattered the team's spirit. This single misstep was enough to derail any remaining hope, turning what could have been a fight into a disheartening conclusion. When asked about team dynamics, Adam admitted that despite good personal relationships, the team simply couldn't click. He emphasized that it wasn't a matter of individual skill but a collective failure, stating plainly, "We were just bad." This harsh reality check, he explained, didn't change much following their official elimination, as the outcome was already a foregone conclusion. Even the chance to show a cohesive team effort was missed, making the repeated losses feel even more hollow. The emotional weight of the winter and spring splits, especially with the Rogue project, was immense, leaving Adam feeling like he had given his absolute best. The summer split with NAVI, despite his personal efforts in the 4 best-of-3 series, was equally challenging given the circumstances, and he confessed that at points, his passion for League of Legends wavered, a first in his career. While his mental fortitude remained strong, the drive to win with NAVI wasn't the same as it was with Rogue. The constant losses in a short format proved incredibly taxing. Nevertheless, Adam retains his individual confidence, believing he can still be a valuable asset to many teams and compete internationally. He views his options from the start, joining NAVI, the LFL, or sitting out as a calculated risk, prepared for the challenges. He expressed gratitude for NAVI's support, highlighting their professionalism and commitment to providing resources, a stark contrast to his previous experience with Rogue, whom he described as lacking sporting ambition. Looking ahead, Adam is open to staying with NAVI, but is adamant about his place in the LEC, aiming for the top. He's proud of his personal growth, particularly his enhanced mental resilience, which he considers his greatest gain from the year. He also noted his expanded champion pool and confidence in his individual skill, despite the team's struggles. After a grueling 8 months, he plans a short break before focusing on his future in the competitive scene. But what happens when the entire structure that supports these rising stars begins to show cracks? We're about to dive into a massive survey that reveals the true state of the European regional leagues. The foundation of European LoL is the system cracking under pressure. The European Regional Leagues, ERLs, are the bedrock of the Tier 2 League of Legends scene, serving as the crucial pathway for aspiring pros aiming for the LEC and, ultimately, international success. The diversity of these national circuits, culminating in the EMEA Masters, offers intense competition but also presents significant challenges. Unlike dedicated academy leagues, ERLs must operate as self-sustaining businesses, and a recent, extensive survey reveals a widespread concern among organizations about their long-term viability. Across the EMEA region, 33 out of 41 surveyed ERL organizations, 80.5%, expressed worry about the future, with only a handful feeling neutral or confident. This sentiment is consistent across France, Spain, Turkey, Germany, and the Nordics, indicating a systemic issue rather than isolated problems. While teams still believe in the asterisk idea of the ERLs, the current model is widely perceived as unsustainable. The French league, LFL, stands out as a relative exception, consistently leading in viewership and fan engagement, with its broadcast partner OTP receiving praise. Even here, however, concerns linger. Some French organizations noted a lack of transparency, payment issues, limited influence over Riot's imposed formats, and player salaries that are disproportionately high compared to the return on investment. The stability of multi-year player projects is also questioned when there's no direct link to the LEC. While some see the current state as a transitional phase, anticipating a more unified model, others warn that many teams are overextending financially. Despite this, a segment of the LFL community remains optimistic, believing Tier 2 is too vital to disappear and will likely adapt. However, even in France, viewership numbers are reportedly starting to decline, albeit from a higher peak. In stark contrast, the Spanish Superliga paints a much bleaker picture. Of the 9 Spanish organizations interviewed, not a single one expressed confidence, with all reporting worries about the future. Teams describe a collapsing ecosystem marked by shrinking audiences, difficulty securing sponsorships, and a near-zero return on investment, with many operations running at a loss. This decline is frequently linked to Riot's strategic decisions: frequent format changes, a fragmented calendar, the absence of promotion to the LEC, and a lack of meaningful inter-league competition. The high costs of running a team, including housing, far outweigh the current revenue streams from prize pools or sponsorships. The perceived instability of annual format changes alienates fans, and the heavy reliance on LEC academy teams for viewership leaves smaller brands struggling to attract their own fan bases. Player turnover is also a significant issue, hindering the development of long-term narratives. Similar concerns plague the Turkish TCL, where all 4 interviewed organizations are worried. They cite low prize pools, restricted sponsorship opportunities, reduced Riot involvement, and declining viewership as major issues. While ambition and passionate national fan bases keep teams competing, the economic fundamentals are weak, risking the league becoming a mere shadow of its former self. The NLC saw a brief surge due to streamer-led teams like LoL's RIOT'S, but concerns about sustainability and lack of Riot support remain. The Prime League faces similar issues, with organizations struggling to build long-term projects due to format volatility and a lack of connection to the LEC. Smaller ERLs, like those in the Balkans, Benelux, and Greece, face even greater challenges due to limited scale, tiny prize pools, and non-existent sponsorship markets. The overarching sentiment across most ERLs is one of deep concern, with many teams advocating for greater connection to the LEC, whether through guest slots, interleague tournaments, or more substantial prizes for EMEA Masters winners. Others propose a more radical restructuring, suggesting a unified pan-European second division to ensure long-term viability and stability. Now that we've seen the struggles in the lower tiers, let's shift gears and look at who's currently dominating the most crucial lane in the game. Get ready for the definitive breakdown of the top AG champions in the latest patch. Bot Lane Blitz, the top AG's defining patch 25.17. In the ever-evolving landscape of League of Legends, the bot lane is a critical nexus of damage and objective control. Patch 25.17 has brought significant adjustments, aiming to recalibrate the marksman meta and reassert their dominance. Historically, marksmen have been the quintessential choice for the attack damage carry, ADC, role, serving as a primary source of sustained damage that often dictates the outcome of team fights, and by extension, the entire match. However, the dynamic nature of League of Legends has seen marksmen occasionally flexed into other roles or even sidelined entirely by more versatile picks. This latest patch, however, appears to be a strong statement in favor of traditional ADCs, empowering them to reclaim their position at the forefront of the meta. The champions emerging at the top of the heap in patch 25.17 are a mix of established powerhouses and potent rediscoveries. Draven, the spinning axe, is once again a force to be reckoned with, his high-risk, high-reward playstyle rewarding aggressive positioning and mechanical prowess with immense snowball potential. Ashe, the Frost Archer, brings invaluable utility with her global ultimate and zoning capabilities, making her a consistent threat throughout the game. Victor, the Machine Herald, continues his reign as a formidable battle mage, offering a unique blend of sustained damage, crowd control, and survivability that makes him a nightmare for opposing laners and a linchpin in team compositions. Misfortune, the Bounty Hunter, excels in skirmishes and team fights with her devastating bullet time ultimate, capable of wiping out entire teams if positioned correctly. Even after recent adjustments, Corki, the Daring Bombardier, remains a potent pick, his hybrid damage output and package-fueled mobility allowing him to adapt to various situations and catch opponents off guard. The strength of these champions lies in their ability to adapt to different team compositions and playstyles. Whether a player prefers the aggressive lane dominance of Draven, the utility-focused control of Ashe, the scaling power of Victor, the team fight prowess of Misfortune, or the unique burst and mobility of Corki, there's a top-tier option available. This patch encourages players to consider their preferred playstyle, the synergy within their team, and the prevailing meta trends when selecting their bot lane carry. The resurgence of these marksmen signifies a return to a more traditional damage-dealing paradigm in the bot lane, rewarding players who can master the intricate dance of positioning, farming, and executing their champion's kit to perfection. As the competitive season progresses, expect to see these champions feature heavily in professional play and ranked queues alike, shaping the meta for weeks to come. Mastering these picks could be the key to climbing the ladder and securing victory in the crucial bot lane matchup. With the meta in the bot lane crystal clear, let's look at how a major player in the gaming world is expanding its horizons. Get ready for a massive announcement that's set to shake up the industry. Riot Games makes historic debut at Tokyo Game Show 2025, unveiling highly anticipated fighting game 2, XKO. In a landmark announcement for the global gaming community, Riot Games, the acclaimed developer behind titles like League of Legends, VALORANT, and Teamfight Tactics, is set to make its inaugural appearance at the prestigious Tokyo Game Show, TGS, 2025. The event, scheduled to take place at Makuhari Mess from Thursday, September 25th, to Sunday, September 28th, 2025, marks a significant expansion of Riot's presence in the Japanese and broader Asian gaming markets. This debut signifies Riot's commitment to engaging directly with a massive and influential player base, offering them a first-hand experience of their diverse and expanding portfolio. Attendees will have the opportunity to immerse themselves in the rich universes of established titles such as League of Legends, VALORANT, and Teamfight Tactics, with dedicated booth sections designed to showcase the unique lore and gameplay that have captivated millions worldwide. However, the undisputed highlight of Riot's TGS presence will undoubtedly be the hands-on playable demo of 2XKO, Riot Games' highly anticipated first foray into the fighting game genre. Developed in collaboration with Radiant Entertainment, co-founded by renowned fighting game figure Tom Cannon, 2XKO has already generated considerable buzz for its innovative mechanics, striking visual style, and the promise of deep, engaging combat. This TGS appearance will provide a crucial platform for players to experience the game's unique gameplay firsthand, offering a glimpse into Riot's ambitious vision for the genre. The opportunity to play 2XKO before its official launch is expected to draw massive crowds, solidifying its position as one of the most exciting upcoming titles. Beyond the playable demos, Riot Games has planned an extensive schedule of special stage events and daily live streams throughout the 4-day event. These presentations will offer deeper insights into their game development process, provide updates on existing titles, and potentially reveal future plans. Fans can anticipate developer Q&A sessions, exhibition matches, and exclusive content reveals, all designed to foster a stronger connection between Riot and its community. To further enhance the attendee experience, all visitors to the Riot Games booth will receive exclusive novelty gifts, adding a tangible takeaway from their engagement with the company. While detailed booth information is still forthcoming, Riot Games Japan's official X account, at Riot Games Japan, will serve as the primary source for future announcements and updates, encouraging fans to follow for the latest news. This move into TGS is more than just an exhibition. It's a strategic declaration of Riot Games' intent to broaden its entertainment empire, leveraging its established brand equity to penetrate new genres and markets. The success of 2XKO at TGS could pave the way for future expansions into other gaming categories, further cementing Riot's status as a multifaceted entertainment giant. And that wraps up our major updates for today. Stay tuned for our quick recap, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. All right, legends, that's a wrap on today's news. Natus Vincere is out of the LEC, the ERLs are facing serious sustainability concerns, Draven and Ashe are back on top in LoL's bot lane, and Riot Games is officially hitting the Tokyo Game Show stage with their new fighting game, 2XKO. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe for more, ring that notification bell so you never miss an update, drop a comment with your thoughts on today's stories, and follow us on all our socials to stay connected. We'll see you in the next one.